request and asked if he wanted me to go with him. His answer was, "Old man," that's what Josh liked to call me, "this is something I can do by myself." A half hour later, I signed the papers for him to become a member of the Nebraska Army National Guard. I was a very, very proud father. Joshua went to boot camp that summer at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, returning home 40 pounds lighter. A very proud young man, no longer just a boy. After his senior year, he attended his advanced individual training at Fort Leonard Wood, where he learned to drive those big trucks, which he was so proud to do. Josh was enrolled in Wayne State College after graduating from Pender High School, hoping to major in art when he received his deployment orders notifying him that the 189th Transportation Company would be taking part in Operation Iraqi Freedom. We attended the send-off at Wayne State College for the 189th and shared tears of hope and, yes, concern for the safe return of all the members of the 189th. One of his fellow soldiers promised to bring Josh home safely, but I knew he could not keep this promise. Josh was a truck driver with the 189th and was very proud of the job his unit was doing in Iraq. He was constantly telling me how close of a group the 189th was. He often described them as his second family. Josh even convinced a couple of his friends to join the Guard. His closest friend, Jeff Meyer, was in the convoy with Josh when it was hit by the IED. One of his main concerns while serving in Iraq was the children that he encountered. Josh had a love of children and wanted to have several of his own in the future. I found out that Josh was also a PX Ranger when preparing for a mission. This means he would go to the post store and load up on water, pop, candy, and smokes. He would then share what he had with the other members of the convoy and with the children he encountered. He was also known as Blockbuster Josh. He had over 400 videos and CDs, which he would gladly lend to other members of the 189th as long as they signed his notebook with the video they wanted, the day they checked it out, and the day they would return it. One sergeant told me he went to get a video from Josh and was told that he could have any video he wanted as long as he signed the book. The sergeant reminded Josh that he controlled his life, what duty he could assign him to, and if he got paid on time. Josh replied that he understood all that, but he had the videos. The sergeant signed the book. At the end of April, Josh came home on a 2-week leave. He picked out on steak and potatoes, spent time with his girlfriend, who he asked to marry him, and spoke to my classes at Pender High School. When he told me he wanted to talk to my classes, I asked him if I was really talking to my son, because he would have never volunteered to talk in front of a large group before he joined the Guard. Josh visited with friends and family. He seemed so relaxed and so at peace with himself. During this time, he told me that he finally understood why I was tough on him as he was growing up, that I wanted him to be the best he could be. 3 months later, Josh was killed on that fateful night in July, changing my life and that of my family. I think of that night often, sitting in my easy chair, watching TV, hoping that Josh will walk through the door and that what had happened would be just a dream. It is something that I will carry with me the rest of my life. Josh's life was so short, but so full at the same time. His smile put you at ease. His cigarettes caused you concern. His love of life gave you hope. His love of little children showed his compassion. His love of driving those big trucks brought about his end. Josh was a friend to many, a cousin, nephew, grandson, uncle, brother, son, and most of all, our hero. Josh, may you rest in peace, and we will see you again. I am now a proud member of the Patriot Guard Riders. I purchased a Harley-Davidson Softail Classic at the end of May 2007. I rode my first mission the second week of June, escorting home another fallen hero. The Patriot Guard Riders help protect the fallen heroes and their families from those who would dishonor these brave young men and women and their families at a time of great sadness. the burial of their loved ones.